Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor channel. Today we are going to go through our September dividend portfolio update, have a look at all the stocks that paid me in the month of September, and it's another exciting one as this month we received a very tasty amount of dividend payments. Before we have a look into which stocks paid me in the month of September, let's have a quick look at the portfolio and see how it performed. We can see that the portfolio value is now sitting at over £27,000. At the start of the month, we had £25,272 portfolio value, and we now have a portfolio value of £27,098, meaning the portfolio has gained over £1,800 in the month of September. Overall, we are actually slightly down on the amount that the portfolio is returning, but like I say, because we are adding capital every single week, it means that the portfolio is still growing, and it's very exciting to see. The snowball effect is really starting to take place. The first stock to pay me in the month of September was Visa, stock ticker V. I currently have 7.25 shares in average cost per share at £196.85. The current value of holding is £1,489, and recently they have been sued and have a big lawsuit against them, so their stock price has plummeted quite a bit, and I've been taking advantage of that by adding more to my position, as I believe a stock as big and as well known as Visa is very unlikely to go on a discount very often, so when it does, I like to take full advantage of that. Because of this, I am slightly in the red, being down just over £10 on my position, which is negative 0.68%, but I have received £3.36 in dividend payments in total, bringing my overall total to negative £6.77. Visa pay a dividend 4 times per year, and their current dividend yield is very small at only 0.76%, but they do have a massive 5-year dividend growth rate at over 14%. This month, out of that £3.36, I received £1.85 in dividend payments, bringing my overall September total to £1.85. The second stock to pay me in the month of September was AstraZeneca, stock ticker AZN. I currently have 4.36 shares in average cost at just over £100 a share. So my current value of holding is £507.11. And overall, they have returned over £68, being up over 15%. I've received over £10 in dividend payments from this company as well, meaning overall I'm up £79.02. They do pay a dividend twice per year with a dividend yield at 2.01%, and they have a 5-year dividend growth rate at 3.04%. I received out of that £10.08 this month, £3.35. So my overall September total is £5.20. The next stock to pay me in the month of September was Chevron. This is my first of 3 oil companies to pay me in this month, and I only actually have 3 oil companies, so they were all paying out this month, although their stock prices do not reflect a healthy dividend, as all 3 of them have seen a slight dip in their stock price due to the prices of oil, but I'm very bullish on oil long term. I believe all 3 of these companies will recover quite nicely, and the companies will all be in the green in no time. So currently Chevron, I have 5.72 shares in average cost at £108.21. So my overall value of holding is £623.63. Overall, that means I'm down just over £19, being down 3%. I have received over £7.60 in dividends though, so overall we are down £11.88 on this position. Chevron pay a dividend 4 times per year and have a very nice dividend yield at 4.46%. Their 5-year dividend growth rate is 6.49%, and I received £4.20 from them this month. This means my overall September dividend total is now £9.40. The next stock to pay me in the month of September was Microsoft, stock ticker MSFT. I currently have 0.88 shares of Microsoft at an average cost per share at £281.75. My current value of holding is £289.38, so overall we are up £8.59 on the position, being up 3.16%. Overall, I've received a very small amount of money from them in dividends, only receiving 93p, which means overall we are up £9.52 on the position. They pay a dividend 4 times per year and also have a very low yield at 0.76%, but have a very nice 5-year dividend growth rate at over 10%. This month, I received 39p from them in dividend payments, bringing my overall September dividend total to £9.79. The next stock to pay me in the month of September, just like every single month, is Realty Income. I currently have 13.42 shares at an average cost per share at £39.71. So my current position is worth £631.21. This means we are up over 13% on the position, which is a nice £73 in the profit. On top of this, we've received over £16.50 in dividend payments, meaning we are overall just shy of £90 profit. They pay, like I say, every single month, and they have a dividend yield at over 5%. Their 5-year dividend growth rate is also very healthy at 3.54%, and I received £2.28 from them this month. Overall, my September dividend total is now £12.07. The next stock to pay me in the month of September was a new stock that I added to the portfolio only last month, and that is Alphabet C, also known as Google, stock ticker GOOG. I currently have 3.15 shares, an average cost per share at £114.97, and the current value of holding is £387.98. On the position, I've returned over £18 already, being up over 5%, and I've received 21p in dividend payments. They pay a dividend 4 times per year and have a very small dividend yield at 0.49%. They've only just reintroduced a dividend payment this year, and that is why they don't have a 5-year dividend growth rate as of right now. And like I just mentioned, I only just added them to my portfolio, so that full 21p was received this month. This brings my overall September total to £12.28. The next stock to pay me in the month of September was Haleon, stock ticker HLN. I currently have just under 64 shares, an average cost per share £3.26, meaning my overall value of holding is £252.45. The total return so far is up over 20%, being up £43.53, and I've received £3.36 in dividend payments. Overall, I'm up just shy of £47, and they have a dividend frequency of twice per year with a very small yield at 1.57%. This company was only formed within the last year, so they don't have a 5-year dividend growth rate right now. But out of that £3.36, I received £1.28 this month, bringing my September dividend total to £13.56. The next stock to pay me in the month of September was my first ETF payment of the month from Invesco Nasdaq 100 ETF, stock ticker EQQQ. I have 3.77 shares, costing me an average of £337.51 per share, meaning my overall value of holding is £1,372.65. This means I'm up over 8% on the position, being up over £100. I've also received over £3 in dividend payments. They pay a dividend 4 times per year at a very small dividend yield at 0.41%, but have a very nice 5-year dividend growth rate at 11.26%. I received £1.24 this month, bringing my September dividend total to £14.80. The next stock that paid me in the month of September was British Petroleum, also known as BP, stock ticker BP. I have 266 shares at an average cost of £4.54 per share. My overall current value of holding is £1,047.11, meaning that I am down 13% on the position, being down over £160. I have received £9.44 in dividend payments, which I received all this last payment because I only just bought into the stock over the last couple of months. I still believe they are massively undervalued, and I'm very bullish on them over the long term. They pay a dividend 4 times per year with a very healthy dividend yield at 6.38% and a 3-year dividend growth rate of 15.47%. Overall, now for September, I've received over £24 in dividend payments. The next stock to pay me in the month of September is another oil-based company, which is Royal Dutch Shell, stock ticker SHEL. I currently have 28.36 shares of Shell at an average cost of £25.80 per share, meaning my overall current value of holding is £690.13. I'm currently down 6% in the position, being down £44, but I have received over £11 in dividend payments since owning this stock. This means overall I'm down £32 in my position. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have also a very nice yield at 4.46%, and have a very healthy 3-year dividend growth rate at over 21%. From that £11.22, I received £4.41 this month, bringing my overall September dividend total to £28.65. The next stock to pay me in September is another ETF, and this is the Vanguard FTSE Developed World, which I recently bought into. I have currently got 11.1 shares that I continue to add to my position, and I've paid just under £80 per share. This means my current value of holding is £883.60, and I'm slightly in the green, being up just under £3, and I've received £2.22 in dividend payments. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a dividend yield at 1.48%, and have a 5-year dividend growth rate of 3.87%. As I've just recently bought into this position, I received all of that £2.22 this month, bringing my September dividend total to just over £30. The next ETF to pay me in the month of September was VWRL. I have 28.11 shares of this stock, costing me an average of £95.69 per share. bringing my overall value of holding to £2,913.71. I'm up over 8% on the position, being up over £220, and I've received over £33 in dividend payments, bringing my overall total to plus £253.71. They also pay 4 times per year, have a dividend yield at 1.49%, and have a 5-year dividend growth rate of 4.12%. I received £10.16 this month from them, bringing my September total now to over £40. The next stock to pay me was my final ETF payment from the month, and that was the S&P 500, stock ticker VUSA. I have 47.67 shares, an average cost of £74.15 per share, and my overall current value of holding is over £3,800, my biggest position in the portfolio. They have also returned a very healthy 9%, being up over £320 on the position, and receiving over £27 dividend payments, bringing my overall total to £357.15. They also pay 4 times per year and have a dividend yield at just over 1%, with a 5-year dividend growth rate at 4.92%. I received just shy of £10 from this month, bringing my overall September total to over £50. The next stock was another healthy dividend payment this month, and that is from Rio Tinto, stock ticker RIO. I currently have 14.52 shares of Rio Tinto, an average cost per share £47.88. My current value of holding is £769.60, and that means I'm up over 10% on the position. I have received over £14 in dividend payments, bringing my overall total to £88.80, and Rio Tinto pay a dividend twice per year. They have a very big yield at over 6% currently, with a nice healthy 5-year dividend growth rate also over 6%. I received £8.22 this month from them, bringing my September dividend total to £59.14. The penultimate stock to pay me in the month of September was Legal & General, stock ticker LGEN. I currently own 140.66 shares of Legal & General, at an average cost per share £2.17, meaning my current value of holding is £317.46. Overall, they've returned over 4%, being up £13 in my position, and I've received over £24 in dividend payments, bringing my overall total to plus £37.49. They pay a dividend twice per year, with a massive dividend yield at over 9% currently, and they have a 5-year dividend growth rate also sitting at a healthy 4.25%. Of that £24.10, I received £7.84 this month, bringing my overall September dividend total to £66.98. The final stock in the month of September to pay me was Waste Management, stock ticker WM. I currently have 1.38 shares, with an average cost per share £134.65. My current value of holding is over £212, and they've returned a healthy 7.86% currently. I've received over £1.93 dividend payments in total, and I have an overall profit of £17.39. They pay a dividend 4 times per year, have a dividend yield at 1.45%, and have a 5-year dividend growth rate at 7.91%. I received 66 pence from them this month, bringing my overall September dividend total to £67.64. This brings me just shy of that £70 goal. However, there is a final dividend payment I received earlier in the month, but I sold out the position, so I like to put this at the end of my portfolio update. I did own 3 shares of Games Workshop, and I sold for £99.95 per share, bringing my overall capital gains on the position to over £10 profit, up 3.5%, and I also received £3 in dividend payments from this stock. My overall realised profit was £11.57. You may be thinking £10.13 add £3 does not come to this amount. That is due to the taxes and deductions I had to pay when owning this stock, which meant my overall realised profit was £11.57. From the £3 dividends I received, it was all this month, bringing my overall September dividend total to £70.64. So let's have a little look at what this means for the year so far. We can see it's been another solid month, being my second best ever month, just behind my August payment last month. And if we have a look from that initial £6.51 I was receiving in January to now receiving 2 months in a row at over £70, and I've had 4 months now in a row at over £50, the dividend snowball effect's really taken place, and overall now this year I've received over £375 in dividend payments. I'm really starting to feel the effects of this on my portfolio, and I'm really excited to see the direction that it's heading. How's your current portfolio looking? How much did you receive in dividend payments? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have, please like and subscribe. This is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.